Okay, so this vlog is going to be a whole lot shorter than anticipated. um, well, first things first, this is day, I don't even know. It's basically, what, 2.5, 3 weeks since I've been in the hospital, because this is my third Saturday, my third Sabbath here. It's, September 6th, 2014, Saturday, September 6th. I missed quite a few days, obviously, in between. So a lot has happened since we last spoke. Let's see. Well, I kept on having contractions, so they had to keep on putting me back and forth on the baby monitor to monitor baby's heart rate as well as to monitor my contractions to make sure that it wasn't just like Braxton Hicks or false labor. They wanted to make sure that I was actually in labor because since my water broke, basically, which brought me in here 3 Saturdays ago, that was the thing that they were trying to, watch out for. They can only stop labor if it's not real, if that makes sense, I guess. I don't know. But they did it once already when I first got here from when the water actually broke. But they did tell me basically if I started to go into labor again, that the medicine wouldn't be able to do anything, so I basically have to have the baby. So lo and behold, that's what ended up happening. Wednesday, I was on the monitors pretty much on and off all day. And Wednesday night, they took me back over to the labor and delivery side because they said, Mommy, your contractions seems like they're starting to come steadily. So let's put you on a constant monitor, which they did. And I'm glad they did because they saw that the contractions were indeed coming closer and closer together. So since that was the case, we had to go ahead and deliver the baby. So I now have a baby boy. He was born on September 3rd. He is 2 months early. So at 31 weeks, he was delivered, which is not horrible. Of course, it's not ideal. They would have preferred for him to be able to stay inside until about 34 weeks. But thank God for the most part, he's okay. He did have um, they did have him on oxygen when he first came out, just more so as a precaution. They didn't really have on a high level of oxygen. I think they said maybe 20% or something like that. And he does have jaundice, which is typical for all babies, preemie or full-term babies. So they do have him in the little incubator with the light over him. The main thing, because he is so small, that they're watching out for is just making sure that he's still breathing okay on his own, and that he does learn um, how to eat, basically how to be able to digest, take in milk and digest it basically on his own. Right now, because he's so small, he can't do that. So he does have a tube inserted down to his stomach to help feed him because he doesn't know how to quite do that yet. But thank God he seems to be doing okay. And, he's, you know, still here. He's growing. He's so tiny, so tiny. He was born 3 pounds and 7 ounces, which is good from what everyone has been telling me because I know that it could be a lot worse. So I just thank God that he's okay and that he's getting better. Um, I'm doing okay. I did have an allergic reaction to some of the pain medication that they gave me um, when I actually went in to have a C-section because he was in a breech position. So they had to take him. I couldn't deliver vaginally. Um, yeah, which is not fun. I had that with my first daughter, and I was praying and hoping that I wouldn't have to have it with this one, but I had to. But so ladies, just as a reminder, for those of you who are thinking about becoming pregnant, or if you are pregnant, and you haven't even thought of a cesarean just because you're like, oh, that's not gonna happen to me. Trust me, I thought the same thing, but you never know. So one of my good friends, she actually tried to warn me ahead of time, and I didn't take heed to her advice. She told me that I should still read up on cesarean deliveries just so I can be prepared mentally to know what's going to happen. And I really wish that I would have listened to her because that's what happened to me with my first baby. And everything went fine. She was actually a week late, so there was no reason for us to think that we were going to end up having to have a C-section. But at the last minute, we ended up having to have a C-section, and I really wish that I would have been more mentally prepared, because it is a lot. It's a lot, physically and mentally, on both mom and dad, because dad has to be there to watch mom go through her recovery and everything like that. It's a lot. So, word to the wise, even if everything is going great, just as a precaution, you don't have to necessarily, you know, indulge yourself in a whole bunch of cesarean information, because I know for first time moms, a lot of times you want, like, you're trying to grab everything you can, because you're trying to learn so much. You want to be as well prepared as you can. I wouldn't say necessarily you have to overwhelm yourself if your baby is healthy and your doctor's saying everything looks good, especially if your baby, if they turn and they're in the birth position, by month 9, which my daughter was, but like I said, that last minute, you never know. But yeah, that's just a word to the wise. You may want to just look into some of that information. But yeah, overall, I would say that this has been a very interesting experience. My first weekend here, my first Saturday here, I actually had a nurse. It's funny because I haven't had her again since then. God, it's funny. Yeah, I think I mentioned to you guys earlier in the clip. I don't know. Maybe I'll see it when I go back and I do my editing. Pay no mind to that. But when I first got here, I was questioning as to why me? Why is this going on? I don't understand. Like, everything, like why, woe is me, right? Which I'm pretty sure everybody goes through when they have experiences like this. And I was watching actually a video on YouTube by one of my favorite YouTubers, Bronze Goddess 01. Hey girl. Actually watching her when my water broke. Probably about 30 minutes before my water broke, I actually just watched one of her motivational videos, and she was talking about an experience that she went through in life, and she was basically doing the same thing as we all do, saying like, why me, why me, why me, what was me? And she said she had to basically get to the point where she was like, okay, I have to stop asking God, why me? And basically she was like, okay, what is it that you're trying to tell me? What is it that I need to learn? What is it that I'm not doing? Not so much why me, but why not me? Because Jesus had to go through more than any of us probably have, gone through. So it's like, why not us? And he was perfection, but yet he still had to endure great tribulation, for a purpose. And I'm saying all that to say that everyone, we all go through different things in life for a reason. And I was just so glad that I actually watched that video, because when I got here after I had my freak out, I think I told you guys I did freak out once they told me that I was going to have to be here. Well, at least I thought for about a month I was going to have to be in the hospital, because I do have a about to be 20-month-old at home already. I wasn't happy about that. But yeah, like I said, I was glad that I saw the video, because that actually helped to reassure me. It made me stop and think just that. Like, okay, let me stop panicking. Let me stop saying, why me? Why not me? Who am I that I shouldn't have these type of experiences? Like I said, Jesus went through way more, than any of us has gone through, and he was perfect. He didn't deserve any of it. And we as sinful human beings, we deserve all the stuff that happens to us and then some. But thank God he doesn't give us that. He doesn't give us our due punishment, because he paid it all for us. So that being said, while I was sitting in the room, and I just started thinking, okay, well, why not me? And what is it that I'm here for? Why am I here? What is the purpose? That's the reason why I started to do this vlog, because as I mentioned earlier, I know I'm repeating myself, that I think the next morning, or one morning, I woke up and I just started reading. I started reading Psalms. I believe I started with Psalms 30, and I was just going through all the different Psalms, just listening to David and just listening to all of the wonderful praise that he was able to give God in spite of his situation. It was very uplifting. It was an eye opener, and it helped me, and that's why I wanted to do this vlog, to hope that one day it would help someone else who was going through a situation, maybe not this exact situation, because I don't necessarily wish this on anybody. It's not a walk in the park. But yeah, for someone who needs basically encouragement, I hope that this finds you. And getting back to my story originally, yeah, so a couple, two two Saturdays ago, I was here, and actually I think I was reading a Psalms that morning. My shift, my nurses change shift because they change shift every like 8-12 hours, and I got a new nurse, and she came in, and we were just, talking. She was just as sweet as she can be. Really nice nurse. And I don't even remember how we came about. Oh, she saw my name, and she recognized it because my name is Nigerian. And we started talking, and I told her, we started talking about meanings of names. And I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm not from Nigeria. My parents aren't from there, but my mom, she heard the name and she fell in love with it. And she wanted to know if I knew what it meant. And I told her, yeah. And I told her it meant, who are we without God? And just by me telling her that, I did something for her, because she burst out into tears. And you never know what someone is going through. Like, looking at her, like I said, she was sweet as she can be. She didn't seem like anything was bothering her. But once she composed herself, she basically told me that she had been going through something for the past several years, and she had been praying and asking God for an answer to something. And just my words to her solidified basically what she was looking for. Sorry about that. There's people walking in and out the room. But anyway, yeah, just by me sharing what my name meant, um, was like all the difference in the world to her. She told me she just felt like a ton of bricks just fell off of her, because it was an answered prayer. And I just felt so overwhelmed, excuse me, because I know that that wasn't nothing but God, to put me here in this place, to be here that day when that nurse showed up. And like I said, it's weird because since I've been here for like 3 weeks. I've had, it's at least I've had one nurse at least twice. That nurse, I've only had her that day, and that was it. I haven't seen her again since then. So I know that God sent her here just so she can get what she needed to get. And I just feel so blessed and humbled by that I was able to participate in a life-changing moment for her, because like I said, it's something that she said that she had been praying for years. And I thought that was such a blessing. I minister her. She said, excuse me, she said I ministered to her, but she ministered to me more than she would ever know. Another reason why I decided to create this vlog, because like I said, you never know what someone is going through, and you never know how your test will turn into your testimony, and someone else's testimony, and someone else's testimony, and just how it has a ripple effect. As a matter of fact, another thing that I was watching while I've been here, from my same YouTuber that I love to follow, Bronze Goddess 01, I'm actually going to link this to a challenge that she put up a few days ago called the Pay It Forward Challenge, where basically that's what we're doing. We're allowing our experiences, our testimonies to encourage someone else, to mention other YouTubers that we see that we're inspired by, in our videos. Like, what does it hurt? It doesn't hurt anything to mention their name. Also, another YouTuber that I like to watch is Jungle Barbie, and actually I know she's expecting. She's due this month, sometime in September, any day now. So my hope and prayer go out to her, that everything goes well with her and her delivery and her little bundle of joy. So yeah, that's it. Today is actually no, I'll be leaving tomorrow because it's kind of late now. I know they were trying to discharge me today, um, but I'll be going home tomorrow. The baby will be staying here, unfortunately, but fortunately, because at least he'll be able to get the round the clock care that he needs. Um, but yeah, so that's it. Um, I will try to upload this as soon as possible. Um, and hopefully, this won't be the last that you see of me. All right, until next time, take care. Peace.